Aloha. I'm Roz Baker, candidate for State Senate 6th District. It's been my privilege to represent the people of South and West Maui as your state senator for the past 10 years. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together, but now more than ever, it's important to have an experienced leader with a proven track record fighting for you at the Capitol. As chair of Commerce and Consumer Protection Committee, I've championed mortgage foreclosure reforms to help distressed homeowners and insurance reforms to protect consumers. From securing safe swimming zones to fighting for resources for our schools, roadways, and hospital, I've worked hard to translate your concerns into action. Even in these lean economic times the past 4 years, our Maui Senate team has brought home over $500 million in projects and programs. That means jobs for our residents and improvements for our economy. I want to continue using my years of legislative experience and leadership to work for you. I humbly ask for your vote. Mahalo. My number one priority for South and West Maui is the economy and jobs. We need to continue to make strategic investments to grow our economy and create jobs. One way to do that is to continue investing in repair and maintenance of our public facilities like Maui Memorial Medical Center, UH Maui College, our K-12 school facilities, upgrading our harbors and boat ramps, and our airport runways. I want to secure the remaining funding to keep the Lahaina Bypass project moving forward and to work with state and county transportation planners on improvements, safety improvements to Pi'ilani Highway, and then with our federal delegation to see just how we can jumpstart the Kihei to Upcountry roadway. Our county is growing, and we need to keep our infrastructure up to date and prepared for the future. I also want to invest in teachers and students, particularly in project-based, student-centered learning in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math, and career health pathways. We need to look at providing more family residency programs to grow our own doctors and expand our learning labs for experiential and community continuing education for our nurses. We have lots of talent here at home, and growing our own healthcare professionals and tech professionals, keeping our infrastructure repaired, maintained, and developed, along with an accountable tax credit to expand our film industry and locally grown and produced biodiesel, as well as solar and wind energy, will allow our economy to grow and flourish and provide needed services and jobs for our residents. A growing economy and jobs are important to our quality of life. That's my top priority for the coming year. Since I began to represent South Maui in 2002, I've made it my top priority to secure funding to build Kihei High School. Through my efforts in 2004, the legislature appropriated $5.5 million for planning and design. However, only a portion of that, $5.5 million, was ever released by Governor Lingle. In 2008, through my renewed efforts, the legislature appropriated $20 million for land, construction, and equipment for Kihei High School. Again, Governor Lingle only released $5 million for land acquisition. This year, I persuaded my Senate colleagues to include $20 million for Kihei High School in the Senate draft of the executive supplemental budget. Unfortunately, the House didn't agree. Kihei High School should be built as a public-private partnership. To facilitate that, my goal is to obtain funding for infrastructure work necessary to move forward to construction. The land has been secured, the EIS is under review. The school site is raw land and needs sewer, water, and electricity brought to it, and the school's intersection at Pi'ilani Highway must be improved. Since the state is in better financial shape than it's been in many years, I know I can secure funding for Kihei High School. I'll continue working with Governor Abercrombie, the Maui Board of Education member, and my legislative colleagues to put this project at the top of their 2013 CIP list. The infrastructure cost will be approximately $25 million and can be funded with government obligation bonds. With interest rates so low and Hawaii having such a good bond rating, this is the perfect time for bond funding. These infrastructure improvements are what make this school so expensive. Most DOE schools start with developed land, not raw land, and by providing infrastructure funding, the resulting turnkey campus will be a smaller line item in the DOE's general fund budget. It's such an important project for Kihei. With our key partners and community behind us, I know we'll be successful. Imua Kihei High School. Vacation rental accommodations are a very important part of our visitor market. There are travelers who definitely prefer to stay in a condominium or a home rather than a hotel. In the past year, concerns, however, were raised that many owners of vacation rental properties were not paying or were underpaying their Hawaii GE and TA taxes. Also, there was concern that many of them didn't have a local contact to assist visitor clients in case of an emergency or natural disaster. There was lots of misunderstanding about what the legislature was trying to do with those bills. Our purpose was twofold: provide consumer protection for the visitors to our islands by requiring a local contact, and assist the Department of Taxation to enforce state tax laws. Vacation rental owners complaining the loudest weren't even Hawaii residents and may not have been familiar with our laws and procedures. This bill affects every vacation rental operator, Hawaii resident and non-resident alike. Here's what it does. Vacation rental operators must designate a local contact, disclose it in their rental contracts, and keep the information current. Operators must also display their tax registration ID in all advertisements. There are additional fines to compel compliance. If the rental is part of a homeowners or a condominium association, then the required information must be provided to the association, who's responsible for sending it to the Department of Taxation. Timeshare properties aren't affected by the bill, which takes effect July 1, 2012, and sunsets December 31, 2015, if not reenacted. This gives the legislature and the department an opportunity to evaluate the effectiveness of this approach or determine if other actions are needed. We know there are lots of law-abiding, tax-paying operators of vacation rentals, but there are also some who willfully disregard the law or think it doesn't apply to them. This bill fosters compliance and allows visiting vacation renters to trust that they are dealing with legitimate businesses. Aloha. Aloha. I'm Roz Baker, State Senator running for election to the 6th Senate District representing South and West Maui. I appreciate the opportunity to share some thoughts with you and humbly ask for your vote. You may visit my website at www.rozbaker.com. Aloha.